Hello Slapafish community, welcome back to another World Tanks Console video. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Super M48. Why am I doing that? Well, because this tank is Tank of the Month for February 2024. And yes, I've already made a video on this tank, so we're just going to... That's when the tank first came out. Let's look at the tank now. How does it perform? And what are the tank's strengths and weaknesses of nowadays? Now, as we're going to be taking a look, I'm going to have a normal replay video at the end of this video and 2 clips showing how the tank works. Now, this first one is I'm going to be showing off the armor of the tank a little. Now, the armor of the tank goes as follows. It can side scrape, yes. It has the space armor on the sides to absorb 80 gems and side scrape and block low penetrating hits from targets, or angled like the M60 is shooting the side of my tracks. That plate is 10 millimeters thick. The tracks is 20, and depending on where you shoot on the side, it can go anywhere from 38 to 76 millimeters on the side. And it's also a boat shape, so if the lower they aim, the more harder it's going to be able to penetrate. So yeah, there's that way of playing this tank. Then you also have the actual good way of playing the tank, going hold down. Now, it is extremely hard, like I mentioned in my original video of this tank. It is extremely hard to go hold down in this tank. Why? Because it's just Cold War doesn't really allow for a hold down meta or hold down positions. If you can get in, I'm not saying that you can't go hold down in Cold War. You can. It's just a lot harder because the matches go a lot faster and the tanks are a lot faster. And yeah. And also, when you get hold down, you also have to watch out for 2 main weaknesses. One is that cupola, and also the second one is a weak point right below the gun. And you'll see me get pinned in that spot in the during next clip when I'm trying to side scrape. And also, both of those weak points can get pinned while side scraping. That giant cupola and right below the gun. I'm kind of paying this M60 no attention because he was just ricocheting off the back of my tank sides, and I just wanted to kill the other tank that was on top of the hill. Anyway, so yeah, that's the M60, and we move on to this match. This is the Berlin match, and we're just going to be side scraping. And this is the spot we're going to show you, hey, this is the weak point. And also, when you're side scraping, like I said, is not the one that's used for really. And there's the spot right below the gun. I got pinned. You have 9 degrees of gun diversion. If you can go hold down, go hold down. If you have an option to go and hold down or side scraping, go hold down in this tank. This tank has a really strong turret. You just gotta watch out for that cupola. And yeah, because your armor is all in the turret, at the front and the sides. Well, mainly at the front and somewhat of the sides. Your armor on your hull is nothing, pretty much. I mean, it's the 48 patent hull at Era 2. Literally nothing has changed except adding space armor over the front of the turret, side of the turret, and on the side of the tracks. Now, this is my actual match I had in the 48, Super M48. So, keep that in mind. You just have a little bit of extra space armor on the sides of the tank, of the hull, and you're in Era 2, which has double the amount of penetration. See where this is going. But the only thing that actually holds up against that double amount of penetration is the turret. When you're using your 9 degrees of gun diversion and hiding your 2 weak points. Other than that, side scraping is not the best ability because you still can have to expose the front of your hull to get your gun around, and your side armor may not be enough to block a shot. They may have enough penetration to go through your armor. I mean, if they're shooting heat rounds and ATGMs and small guns that have low penetration are guns that this tank really performed well against. Like the machine guns of the 30B, the BMP-2, the French tanks, Armadillo, shooting you in the side. Fantastic when those tanks get you on the side and they're firing those small machine guns. Heat rounds. There you go. Heat rounds do not fare well against the front of the turret of the Super 48 or the sides. ATGMs don't either. So yeah, I keep mentioning the Super M48's armor because the 48's armor is all about the gun. The armor. And yeah, the gun's still pretty good, as in this replay and this video clip right here. I'm actually going to be showing you how good this gun could be. I couldn't really get a hold down match in this tank, but it's really hard. But most of the time, you're going to be side scraping. Also, that M48A2 fired a heat round at me, and it got absorbed to my side. Somebody fired a missile, and it hit the front of my tank, and it penetrated. If it hit the side of my tank, it would have done minimal damage, or it got it completely absorbed inside my tank. Like I said, what about also, guys? If you end up liking this video, here's subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a ton. Okay, so like I was saying, the gun is also pretty good. The mobility is decent. It's 18.89 horsepower per ton, which ain't bad for how much armor is on this tank. 56.3 forward, 23.5 reverse. Its gun has really good penetration at 449 on its standard, 505 on its premium. Its DPM is 3,326. Aim time is 2 seconds. Accuracy is 0.35. Now, the first time I played this tank, I actually had a skill on this tank, pain tolerance, which helped protect my crew members. And if you're not running a med kit, I highly recommend running pain tolerance on this tank if you're not running a med kit, because you always, some reason, this tank always lose crew members. I don't know what it is. It's like every time I get shot. Somehow I did not lose a crew member in this match. I don't think I did, but it was super annoying. And also, yes, I'm ignoring the Miguel, and I actually do track the Miguel, so I get track assist, and I'm aiming for the Armadillo, so I can kill the Armadillo before it ran away, and I tracked the Miguel, which was great for my track assist. But yeah, I didn't lose a single crew member. Losing crew members suck in this tank. It really, really does. So yeah, that's the Super M48. How did that show you what the Super 48 can do? Didn't show you a hold down match, but it actually does really good hold down. You just gotta hide those 2 weak points. And yeah, that's it for this video. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember, Slapafish, because I'm not, and peace out. See ya.